Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy Rashad. It's your boy Dave. We in the building. It's light. Yo, Dave, it is light. 98 people. That's a travesty.
You know
That's a
why?
travesty.
Do you know why?
The lottery.
Everybody's trying to figure out the Hornets are about to get this number one pick.
Yeah, I
But
get it.
before, because you got it on your tubes, I
I
got it
do.
on my tubes.
I got
You
it
have
on
no,
me.
we look. I literally just pulled it up. But before we even talk about that, I got a better question for you.
So
Lakers, Nuggets, who you got? How many games?
Nuggets in 7.
I got a Nuggets in 5, bro. This gonna be a quick one. This gonna be a quick one.
Wow.
They'll get one. LA will get one in Los Angeles, and that'll be that. All right. I know you're not going to be biased because I damn sure will be. Celtics, Heat. Who you got? How many games?
Hey, Jimmy Butler balling right now. But
I know he is.
I'm gonna go Celtics.
Look at you.
Celtics in 6. You know I got a slight little bias. Tatum, my guy. I gotta
Oh
go
yeah,
with
you got the Duke lineage. I see you. I see
Tatum,
you.
my guy. So I'm gonna roll with Tatum.
I got Celtics in 6. So I respect the Heat. I do. I respect Coach Spo. Coach Spo and Jimmy Butler is a problem, bro.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
low key, folks don't talk about how good of a coach Coach Spo is, bro.
I agree. He's
Yo,
up there.
he's up there.
He's up there. He's up there.
I ain't doubting the Lake Show. I'm doubting the fact that Anthony Davis don't know how to show up for 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's gonna be problematic, bruh.
The Lakers go as AD goes, bro. If AD ain't right, he missed. You know he injury prone in a mug. So if he stay healthy, they might be all right. I ain't hate. Listen, I'm not an NBA guy, bro. I don't start watching to the finals, so it's. I've been peeping in a little bit.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all keep hating on the Nuggets because y'all talking about Lakers and all this hoopla. Lakers in 5, Lakers in 6. Let me tell y'all something. Jokic didn't win the MVP. He mad. And the reason why y'all didn't give him that MVP is a travesty because he probably had his best year statistically this year, and they didn't give him the MVP. But don't worry, all you LA fans that's never seen Denver play, y'all gonna see now. Y'all gonna understand why Denver was the number 1 seed. But other than that, man, how was your weekend, bro?
Yeah, it's straight, man. Good for me. I didn't do too much, bro. I've been chilling. It's good, man. I'm gonna be in Raleigh again this weekend, all weekend, for dance. So I had a couple of weeks off. Now we back in the dance competitions next week. So I'll be in Raleigh again. Shout out to the people. If you outside in Raleigh, yo, let me know. I might swing through somewhere. But Raleigh's gonna be it. Raleigh's gonna be it for next weekend. But this weekend was chill. I can enjoy when I have nothing to do, and I cut my grass, and that was about it. That was about it, bro.
Yo, man, I won't be having to worry about cutting my grass soon. It looks like so.
Yeah. Why is Victor in a place that has 8-foot ceiling? Because he is right there. His head is right at the top of the ceiling, bro.
My man 7'5", bro.
Yeah, he ain't got too many. That ceiling might be 7'8". He ain't had too much. It wasn't a lot of. It wasn't a lot of. It wasn't a lot of headway up there. But anyway, Dave, how was your weekend, bro?
It was good, man. I've been packing all weekend, man. So I didn't get to play nearly as much as I like. I've been sick too.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yo, bruh. Saturday, I was hurt Saturday, and Sunday it was worse. I felt good enough Monday to go into work because I had an employee that was leaving, so I had to get in to close that out. And this last day ended up being today instead of tomorrow. So, that's that. And but other than that, man, it was a cool weekend. Can't complain too much.
That's what's up.
Can't
Man.
complain too much.
Yeah, hey, it's a lot to talk about today, man. We got our eyes on the lottery. We're gonna see if they're gonna reveal it in 10 minutes. So we got time to talk about some other stuff, some Panther related content, and we will pause as the lottery occurs. We'll kind of enjoy that moment as it happens because if Charlotte, like somebody said in the comments,
that would be wild, bro.
Can the city get 2 number 1 overall picks? That
Yo,
will be wild,
the
bro.
NBA owes Charlotte though. Truth be
Yeah,
told, the
they
NBA owes
owe us.
Charlotte
Yeah,
big
yeah,
time, bruh.
for sure, for sure. So we'll see. Hopefully, but we will pause once we get to that moment, once the reveal happens. But Dave, let's quickly talk about these press conferences, because I know when I jumped on, you were listening to Chris Tabor. So how fitting that we start with his. Let me pull that up. So we'll start with the press conferences today. Pretty good information. I wouldn't say from Tabor. Tabor didn't really say much.
He sure
Tabor,
didn't.
yeah,
He sure did
and,
not.
and nobody was asking him many questions to his
Well, they asked him questions, but it was like the questions where he was. It was the questions. It was very, as somebody who lives in New England, it was very Bill Belichick-ish.
yeah.
They were like, so how do you feel about Bryce Young? Or how do you feel since you've been on a
Yeah,
team with Justin Fields? It's like, well, I got too many things to be thinking about a quarterback being drafted in the first round, and
yeah.
I got way more things to worry about right now. He
Yeah.
had no
It was
interest, bro.
Yeah, the
None.
questions were mid for him. I would say the biggest takeaway from him was that there's open competition at punt returner, which I think
Yep.
is key because Dave, we're gonna go through the roster, so don't say nothing yet. But we're gonna
Nope.
go through the rosters, and we're gonna kind of see where the battles are gonna be happening at OTAs and training camp, because I think it's key that punt returner spot, whoever solidifies that is going to have an inside track. So we'll talk about that once we get there. Also, he talked about having a relationship with Demir Bird. He called him the Bird Man, and he had him in Chicago. Those were really the biggest takeaways. He did talk about improving upon penalties and special teams, which is something that he actually took responsibility for. Something we haven't seen too much around here in the past couple of years. Taking responsibility for coaching up some guys so that they can reduce their penalties. So, shout out to Tabor, man. It was cool. It was cool. But any other thoughts on Tabor's interview before we move on to the next one?
Um, nah, I mean, yo, he really, other than what you just said, bro, he really didn't give us much to go with. The other two, the coordinators were more. The other two defensive offensive coordinators were way more interesting. You got a lot more tidbits out of them than you did out of Tabor. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Tabor's was hella mid,
But
but
shout out to Tabor though, because Tabor knows what the assignment is. So I ain't mad at Tabor, and he's known to build great special teams. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's going to do with our squad.
all right. Let's move on. Let's move on, Dave. Uh, Evero.
Oh, that's my
Evero
guy
had a
right
press
there.
conference as well. Now, Evero was a one tough cookie, bro. This dude didn't say much at all. What did you listen to his?
Yep.
Any thoughts? Any takeaways for Evero's press conference?
I mean, he really was not interested in telling us what Jeremy Chin's going to do. They really tried to pry him to figure out what he was going to do. He had no interest in telling us what Jeremy Chin, they're going to put Jeremy Chin at. He straight up said, I ain't telling you where we're going to put you in. Y'all just going to have to wait and see. That's all he pretty much said that.
Yeah. He didn't say much at all, man.
Ruby
He
dude, I'm thankful. Shout out to the UK. When I see countries like this, man, I have to. I'm sorry, I have to.
Yeah, man. No. Shout
So,
out, shout out to the UK, man, and shout out to all my folks in Germany.
yeah,
All my Germans, stand up. I know y'all not watching this right now because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning over there. But when you do, watch this. Spam the comments with the German flag because we getting up with y'all. We turning up in 2024. We
yeah.
going to Germany. Shout out to my German folk, bro.
I'm gonna tell the Patreon what's going on with me personally, but I'll let them know after the episode what's going on with me personally.
And
But
that ain't none of their business, bro.
I don't care. It is what it is. It's what it is.
All
I'm
right.
going to Germany. I'll say that. It's pretty much confirmed. I just got as long
Yeah,
as NFL ain't trying to rob me.
I didn't know if y'all heard this too, but I hear it too, Dave. You got a crack.
Oh, I'm crackling pretty bad. Hold on. A second.
Yeah. I heard it last episode too, but I thought it was just me. But yeah, I get it too. You got
All right, hold on a
crackling.
second. Hold on 1 second.
But anyway, yeah, Evero. So start with Evero. What he talked about? He did talk about how he liked DJ Johnson and how his football intelligence was. So that's pretty much surmises why they took DJ Johnson. Also, he talked about one of the biggest takeaways from Evero, and it goes back to our conversation. What we talked about on the last minicamp episode is Evero said somebody asked him about the edge rusher depth chart. He said, "We quote unquote, we've got Mr. Burns, and then we've got a bunch of guys who are fighting and clawing." Dave, what were your thoughts when he said that? You good now? You know crackling.
Yeah, no crackling. All right, I'm glad you guys told me, so I know not what cable not to use. I'll swap cables. That's beautiful. I can put that somewhere else. So my thoughts on this is, I think, it proves what we talked about last week. You remember when we were talking about the fact when I asked you the question about what's the bigger issue, pass rush or cornerback? He pretty much proved my point.
It's crackling.
He proved my point.
Yeah.
So like when so all you guys on that Twitter space, 'cause I know you guys are going to watch this, go watch that presser. He's pretty much said what I said. We only got Brian Burns and a bunch of guys. Nobody else is about that life right now. We got to figure out who the next guy is going to be. They got to figure it out. And that's fine. But don't you dare tell me that cornerback's the bigger issue, because it's not. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, quote unquote, fighting and clawing. That's what he said.
Exactly.
And clawing.
So that tells me, which is wild, right? Because everybody, when the DJ Johnson pick came out, everybody was like, oh, he ain't going to start. Well, you never know. Because it's obvious that they're fighting and clawing. So he could mess around and end up winning the starting job, bro. I'm not going to say that he will, but it puts into perspective about what that other side is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to explain to folks. We ain't got nobody on the other side with Burns. And y'all talking about CJ Henderson. Dog, we gotta have some injuries before we see CJ Henderson. Like, oh, the mic is still messed up?
Yeah, it's still cracking. I told you that earlier. It's still cracking.
Oh, I thought you said it was all set. Hold on.
No, it was, and then I think it's because you yelling into the mic, bro. I think that might be it. It wasn't cracking until you got real loud. But
is it better now?
No.
Is it better now?
Still cracking.
Because I'm calmer.
It's better now, but you might be low on their side.
Well, they need to tell me. It ain't.
It is better now for me.
I'll quit yelling. All that spit. Yeah, it could be that. Pause. That is a pause. Y'all are hell.
Yeah.
My gain right now, just so you guys know, my gain is at the lowest level.
Yeah.
That ain't a gain.
They're saying you low, but it's yeah, I don't know what's up with it, but yeah, it's definitely cracking. It was getting better, but it was cracking. But we'll fix that.
If it's still cracking, then I can.
It's still cracking.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I got another mic.
It's still cracking.
All
yeah,
right,
switch to the other mic, Dave, and don't yell into it.
Oh man, look, man, don't do
that. All right.
That's part of
this part of the PNP experience. I agree, Dave. It is part of the PNP. Dave yelling is part of the PNP experience, bro. That's just what it is, man. The dude been yelling since 2017.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all trying to change my brand?
Yeah, they.
Y'all trying to change me?
Y'all trying to change? You can't change Dave. Dave is Dave, man. You can't change.
Yeah, listen,
Dave.
man. That's the funny part. And then wait till the Patreon. Wait till that's the irony of what you just said. Okay. All right. I'm gonna fix this. I gotta.
All right. So real quick, while you fix that, another thing, and Dave talked about this earlier. Dave mentioned that Jeremy Chin, right? So we don't know where Jeremy Chin is going to be used. He's tight-lipped about it. Like everybody keeps saying he's a linebacker, and I definitely don't think that's the case. When we're going to talk about it later, about where he's listed on the roster, in those positions they matter, right? They're labeled like that for a reason. And so no, I don't think Jeremy Chin is playing linebacker. I do think he'll play a lot of snaps in the box, but he won't be a linebacker full time. That's just my opinion. All right. But that was Evero. Evero really didn't say much. And before y'all want to listen to the reveal, or do y'all want me to move on to Thomas Brown? How?
I know.
Because
I want to hear the review. So we ain't
yeah.
vote. We ain't voting. This is one of those situations where it's not a democracy. This right here is
All
a
right.
dictatorship.
All right. So Dave wants to listen to the reveal of shout out to Mark Williams representing for the Charlotte Hornets. So everybody, we're just keeping our eye on the lottery pick. For those that came in a little bit later, we are going to watch the NFL lottery results.
And while
So
y'all and
just
while we're
give us a
watching,
couple of minutes. Give us
I'm
a
gonna fix
couple of minutes while this is going.
yeah, and I'm gonna fix the mic in the meantime. I got
Yeah,
another mic,
do that.
so
Do that. And your AirPod mic don't sound too bad if that's what you're using.
I'm using my Bose
It,
mic right now.
it
So
ain't the best, but it's cool.
yeah, I know,
All
but
right, so
I can do better.
they are getting ready to reveal, and we'll watch it. Should take but a few minutes because they got a game shortly after this. So just hang tight, y'all, hang tight. NBA draft lottery. Here we go. NBA draft lottery, and I'm a little behind. So
Pelicans 14,
okay,
Raptors 13,
yeah, I'm way behind then.
Thunder 12. No surprises so far.
All right, yeah, I'm way behind, bro. That Hulu action. What we got, Dave? Who next? Dave done froze up, I think. I got 11. I got the Magic going 11. Mavericks 10. Dave done unplugged his whole computer, bro. He'll be back on in a second. Jazz number 9. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get us in the. We gotta get number 1, bro. Wizards number 8. And my apologies. I know I'm behind because I got a delay, and then y'all got the delay on the stream. So my apologies. I got the Pacers at 7. Yeah, I know I'm behind, bro. I know I'm behind. Magic. Dang, Magic got 2 picks. Pistons. Okay. That's good news for us. That's good news for your boys. Come on, man. We got to get number 1, bro. I can't watch. I got to turn the chat off. I got to turn the chat on because I'm nervous. Are they going to commercial right now? Bro, they definitely going to commercial right now. Oh, that's weak. That's weak, bro. That's weak. They go into commercial. All right, so we just watching the lottery. I will go ahead and proceed with what we were talking about. So Thomas Brown, listen, the Thomas Brown, this had to be one of the best pieces of artwork from a press conference standpoint I've ever seen. Thomas Brown was in his bag today. Okay. Thomas Brown was revealing so much information about this offense without revealing like everything. Thomas Brown was that dude. Okay. So shout out to Thomas Brown. But basically, here are the biggest takeaways that I got from Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown basically said that there was going to be a 50-50. My bad, y'all. My mic almost fell. There's going to be a 50-50 split of the offense, meaning there's going to be a combination of my bad, y'all. Meaning there's going to be it's going to be a combination of his offense with Frank Reich's offense. Okay. I thought that was super dope, and that goes in line with what we were told, which I can't really talk too much about, but this coincides with what we were talking about, what we were told. Okay. I think that was super dope. He also said, and it's going to really depend on the personnel groupings. It's going to depend on the personnel groupings. It's going to depend on what the defense is giving them, right? That was super dope. Super dope. So he said realistically, it's probably going to be about a 60-40 split in Reich's favor. And obviously the biggest news of the day was that he is going to that Frank Reich is going to call the plays. Now, I was a little surprised by that. I was a little surprised by them announcing that Frank Reich was going to call the plays. That kind of caught me off guard. I thought Thomas Brown was going to have the opportunity to call plays. Hopefully that, I don't know. I'm going to say my thoughts on that. But I hope that keeps him around for a couple of years so that he can develop into something and eventually get a head coaching job. But I don't know that that's something I wanted to hear off the rip, was Thomas Brown not calling plays. And he essentially said that that Frank Reich was going to be calling the plays. So, Dave, I'm talking about Thomas Brown right now.
Yeah, you can't make this shit up.
Wow, what happened?
I lost my whole thing, man. I accidentally unplugged my computer. I sent you a text. Thought you would get kicked out of that.
I saw that, but I didn't know you lost. What you lose?
Nah, I unplugged the entire thing. I'm shocked my computer came back as fast as it did. But the mic should sound better now, and if it doesn't, let me know.
Yeah, it's still clicking.
That's not good. It's still clicking.
Still clicking, bro.
Oh my God! Hold on, let me try this.
Well, Reich said it, but it wasn't confirmed. He said we're gonna have to see. He never really confirmed that. He said we're gonna see later on. We don't know if it's gonna happen. Unless if he did say it, like confirmed it, then I must have missed that. But I recall him saying that we're gonna have to see. Most likely we're going to do it. That he was gonna call plays, but it was never officially confirmed. That's for me from what I heard. And now if I missed something, y'all let me know.
Is it still clicking now?
Nah.
Yeah, I know what now. Now I know it's not my mic. I'll tell you. I know exactly what it was.
Yeah. Now you sound better.
Yeah, I know exactly what's happening, and I'll explain later.
Also, a couple things that I heard from Thomas Brown. Today. A lot. He talked about like the personnel groupings, which is very interesting. He talked about how they ran a lot of 11 personnel in. All right, so the lottery's back on. The Rockets
got 4.
Oh wow. Say it, Dave.
The Trailblazers got 3.
Oh, Dave, is we gonna get it? Dave.
The Hornets got 2. Damn.
Oh, dang it.
The Spurs got number 1, bruh. The Spurs, and my man got up and said, "Let's go." The Spurs got number 1, bruh. That's tragedy.
Dang.
Spurs got number 1.
Bruh.
Greg Popovich is about to get a gold mine, bruh.
Dang, man.
Dog, them dudes Greg Popovich is gonna be able to coach till he's 90 years old.
Damn, man, we was.
But y'all still gonna get a good player at 2, though.
Nah, they ain't. It's levels, bro.
I know, but y'all still gonna get a good player at 2.
Damn, man.
And everybody trying to call him overrated because y'all didn't get him, man. Y'all need to shut up with that nonsense. Don't do that. Because y'all have been so happy if the Hornets got 1. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, look, man, F it. I'm with him, yo. F that, yo. Ain't nobody want that dude. Ain't nobody want that dude.
Right.
He is overrated, bro. He is overrated.
Dog, the Hornets will give up 20 first-round picks to trade up to 1 to get that man.
Nah, he garbage, man. Nobody care about homie. He garbage anyway.
Y'all are such
garbage.
Y'all are such a Panthers
Bro, he
fan.
trash. He's trash, yo.
The Spurs ain't trading up. The Spurs ain't trading out of that pick. Let me be clear.
Bro, he trash anyway, man.
I'm mad my man went to Paris, though. My man went to Paris.
Damn. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get to the topics at hand here.
But no, Thomas Brown, he probably gave out more information than any other coordinator out of the bunch.
He did.
So, by far.
So he talked a lot about 11 personnel, which basically is one running back, one tight end, and 3 receivers, right? So that's basically what 11 personnel is. So he talked about how that was heavy in LA, right? When they were in LA, and how that's going to differ for what he's going to do and what Frank Reich does. In 12 personnel, he talked about how Frank Reich has 12 personnel. 12 personnel is essentially 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and 1 running back. And he also talked about Reich running 13 personnel as well. So what that does is it's going to help you with running the football, right? There's a lot with 13 personnel is 3 tight ends. So then he talked about specifically what kind of tight end he was looking for. And that's where it got really interesting to me, because I felt like he was I think what he was describing was basically Hayden Hurst when he was talking about having a combo tight end that can block and win in the short and intermediate. I felt like that's what Hayden Hurst is.
What Hayden Hurst does.
But what he also mentioned was a second tight end that would be more athletic, maybe not as big, but he can get off and win one-on-ones. Now that is what we don't have on the roster, and that's where I was like, yo, are we gonna have to go out and get somebody? Like, what's the plan here with the second tight end? Because
maybe you don't think he.
I don't think not
Trimble?
what he was describing. He was describing a smaller tight end that was I guess thinner, like not as bulky, but can win in one-on-ones and win in a pass game. We ain't got that.
They said the XFL guy.
Nah, that guy's playing outside linebacker, bro.
They're defense. They're saying we'll take Brandon Miller for the Hornets. That's the last thing the Hornets need to do is take Brandon Miller.
We off the Hornets, man.
Yeah, we should be.
But yeah. So he wasn't talking about. So
you don't think so?
Maybe with the combo, maybe that combo tight end.
I
felt like he was describing, but that's what we have. That's all we have on our roster is combo tight ends. None of these guys is beating somebody.
Because Stephon Sullivan.
That's who he would. I think that's who he could have been describing.
He could have been describing with Stephon Sullivan. I know he didn't get that much burn with Rule, but he might get more burn with Reich. You never know. Especially if you're trying to play a second tight end more often.
Maybe you're right, Ben. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But
it ain't Ian.
It's not Ian. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't know if they would put Mingo at tight end. That's
no. They're not doing that.
That's nuts.
No, they put him in the slot, but not. They're not doing that. But that's a couple things he made. I like how we talking about personnel groupings. That was interesting that he talked about that. One thing he also talked about was having an offensive identity, bringing physicality to every position that is non-negotiable. That's what he said, Dave. Non-negotiable. What I liked about what he said was you want to find, create, and win matchups. I feel like that has been something that has been missing from our offense forever. That's why we've had bottom tier offenses, is because we don't do just that. We don't find, create, and win matchups. Now you have a quarter. It was all about protecting the quarterback and limiting exposure to the quarterback. That's what our offense has been for the past 3 or 4 years since Cam got hurt. That's what our offense has been. Protect the quarterback, be safe. Now that we have Bryce Young and some decent weapons, now we're about to start creating matchups and exploiting those mismatches. Creating them, find them, and then exploit them. I feel like that's what I've been waiting to hear. That's what I've been waiting to hear from our offensive coordinator. Now we hearing it. Now we got to go out and execute it. So I like that. I like that a lot. He also mentioned TNT, things that take no talent, Dave. Now, I like
Now,
TNT. TNT is dope. It sounds much better than DBO. I'll take TNT over DBO anytime, and one of us. I'll
TNT.
take that any day. Things that
At
take
least it
no
sounds
talents.
explosive too.
Yeah. Things that take no talent are alignment, assignment, effort, and finish. That's what he mentioned, bro. So I love that. I love that. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it, man. And then he also talked about somebody asked a great question about Bryce Young being able to create outside of the pocket and how does that fit within the offense. And basically, he said, "Yo, you don't want to take away a guy's superpowers." He said that having Bryce be able to do off schedule plays is a part of his game, and most elite quarterbacks nowadays, which goes to what Dave was saying the other day about how guys can create and move outside of structure. But as long as he's not, setting us back 30 yards and going crazy outside of the offense, he said he supports that. So I love what I heard from Thomas Brown, and I can't wait for this man to get more opportunities to potentially call plays down the road. I hope he gets some control and has a lot of input on the offense. But based on what was said today, Frank Reich is going to be calling the plays. So, anything else on that day? Anything else on the Thomas Brown interview?
I think I like him, man. I like all three. I like all three of our coordinators, but I like what I see so far with these guys, man. I love this coaching staff, bro. I just think it's just refreshing to actually have coaches. I mean, maybe that's what it is for me. It's just refreshing to have coaches.
Right.
Let me be clear, because I don't want to say they're not coaches. That's not fair to the
good coaches.
NFL coaches.
Yes.
Let me clear that up, because I don't want to say, because they probably can coach at different levels, but it makes a difference to be NFL coaches. So
agreed.
It's refreshing to have NFL coaches.
1,000% agree, bro. 1,000% agree. So I see some conversations about bingo. Listen, I think it's going to depend, man, because I think Thielen is going to be best in the slot. Thielen is so good. I think putting him outside at his age is a mistake. I think he's going to win best on the inside playing a slot. So everybody can't play slot. That's the question mark, which goes to his point about creating matchups and exploiting them. You're gonna have to find somebody's gonna have to play outside. You know what I mean? And so I think TMJ can play outside. I think Thielen is best in the slot. Personally, that's my personal opinion. Not to say he can't play outside. I just think from most snaps, the bulk of his snaps should be in the slot. That's just where he's best. But this was 1,000%. I agree with this. Ruby, I can't say the name, but hey, 1,000% agree. Ruby Doo. I 1,000% agree with this. That he definitely controlled the room. He was poised. He gave a lot without giving too much. Like he gave us so much information, but it wasn't overkill, right? And I loved it. He looked way more like. Never mind. Let me not say that. I'm cool. Moving on.
Oh boy.
Moving on. I'll move on. Move on. All right, here we go. All right. So Dave, we signed like 7 dudes today. 7 guys today. We signed 3 XFL players, right? 3 XFL players. So Jordan Thomas, that was the tight end that you guys were mentioning. 6'5", 277 pounds, 26 years old. But Dave,
that's a big boy.
You know how he's a tight end, right?
Yeah.
He's not playing tight end. He was signed to play outside linebacker. He's going to. I'm dead serious. On the roster, if you pull up the roster right now, he's going to play outside linebacker. And in minicamp, he was playing both sides of the football. He was playing both sides. Dope. So he has been signed to play outside linebacker. These guys are trying to. They see something in them, bro.
But you know what that but once again.
Yep.
It goes back to my point. We out here signing guys playing tight end in the XFL to be on the other side of Brian Burns. Y'all trying to tell me that cornerback is a more dire need.
He's right, yo. He's right.
Nah, shout out to Sheena, shout out to Vashti, but all the rest of y'all that was in that Twitter spaces, this is for y'all. This heat is for y'all. All this smoke is for y'all. Y'all thought I was crazy when I knew I wasn't. And that's why you got to stick to your convictions. You can call all the cap all the hell you want. But y'all can't convince me that the pass rush ain't more important. We out here signing tight ends in the XFL to be outside linebackers. So what's up with this Gary Jennings guy? Is he related to Greg Jennings?
I do not know that actually. I do not know. Gary Jennings is another XFL player that we signed. And we also signed Antoine Jackson. Antoine Jackson is a 6'2", 300-pound defensive tackle. He had 48 total tackles and 3.5 sacks between 2008 and 2021. I think he played for Ohio State. And he also racked up 20 tackles over 9 games for the Seattle Sea Dragons. Sea Dragons. So shout out to White Chocolate Espresso. Get Clowney. Look up his PFF score last 2 years. Yeah, Clowney, he's out there. It's a lot of edge rushers out there. Appreciate that super chat. It's a lot of edge rushers out there.
It's obvious that they're not interested in Clowney. Otherwise, they would have picked him up.
Bro, Scott Fitterer told y'all that he was done. He was done signing people. Now, I think that could change once you get in OTAs and training camp. A lot of those guys is probably, on because I think I saw a tweet from Don Kasu today that said, "Yo, he has no interest in playing and attending training camp." So a lot of these veteran edge rushers, bro, they not trying to sign right now. They don't want to go to mini camps. They don't want to go to training camps. They ain't trying to do none of that. So that's part of the reason why a lot of these guys ain't signing. Shout out to Ben with the Jennings read. He says Jennings played during the Will Greer West Virginia U days. He was super dependable. Also recorded the fastest play time in the NFL, in the XFL and NFL last season at 22.5 miles per hour in full pads and juke the dude. So he's a shifty guy. Could he be a guy that can play punt return? I don't know.
But it's interesting, man, because we only had a few slots left to pick to fill, so it'll be intriguing to see how this goes down, to say the least.
Yeah. Jennings is. We'll talk about Jennings again once we get towards the roster breakdown towards the end of the show. All right. So additional signings. So we also signed a couple more guys. A couple of them I don't have pictured just because it was kind of late in the game. They just recently signed. So Ace Ely was a guy that we just recently signed. 6'3", 233-pound linebacker. Vernon Scott was a 2020 7th round pick in Green Bay. Played 18 games for Green Bay. And let's see. Marquez Stevenson is a former 6th round for the Bills. Marquez Stevenson is another guy that returned punts. So we talked about finding a guy to return punts. Could slide on the roster. Could make his way on the roster if he can return punts. He returned punts and kicks in 5 games for the Bills after joining that team in 2021 as a 6th round pick. All right. The last guy we signed, probably the most intriguing story. Dave.
Division 2.
BJ Wilson come from Quincy. Have no idea what it is. I have no clue where that is.
I just know it's Division 2.
He is 6'6", 337 pounds. All right. He has a wingspan of 84 inches and 10.5-inch hands. He played 5 seasons for Quincy, which is a Division 2 program, like Dave said, between 2017 and 2022. He played right and left tackle. Now, right. And so he had a lot of conversations with guys at the Shrine Bowl, but he was rehabbing an injury. So he didn't play. I don't know how serious the injury is, and I don't even know what the injury is. He's a big guy, good measurables. And bro, listen, he just started playing. Hold on, Dave. Hold on. He just started playing offensive tackle his first year in college. This dude's raw, bro.
But let me explain something to you. If he's coachable and he's willing to be taught, he could be impacted, bro. Because if you're coachable and you know he's going to be like a project, he could just hang on a practice squad or something to that effect, and he could end up being developing into a phenomenal player if he's coachable.
Bro, it's so much so, Dave, that they signed this dude to a 3-year deal. 3-year deal, bro. He got a three. This reportedly, it's a 3-year deal. Now I don't know what the structure of that deal is. It could be like a restricted free agent. I have no idea how they set that up. That does not automatically mean he's gonna make the team, but they see a lot in this man. Like for them to go and sign him for a 3-year deal. Now
that dude got bigger hands than Brady Christensen. He's got a wingspan of 84.5 inches. He can play tackle on both sides. If they can develop him into a backup tackle, bro, it's a win-win.
Bro, and you got him one of the greatest offensive line coaches in the game right now. You keep camping around, bro. This could be nasty. This could be nasty, bro. And look, Dave, let's keep it a buck. Moulton getting up there. That's Moulton getting up there. He got like 2 or 3 years left on his deal. Let this kid develop 2 or 3 years down the road. Put him at right tackle. You might have you something.
I mean, you gotta remember, right? What did Steve Smith talk about Steve Smith Senior talk about when it came to the players that have been getting picked up? The big thing he talked about was the attitudes of the players. I ain't watched no tape of Quincy, but let me tell you something about Division II players. They tend to have a different hunger than the FBS players do. All due respect to the Power Fives, but there's a different type of hunger for those type of guys. Because even in like the extreme Division II like the top level Division II programs, and I don't know if Quincy's one of those, but they tend to have a different type of hunger because they don't have the same resources as a Division I program does. So it's a different ball game. And yes, this kid is probably raw, but he's got all the measurables. So if he's coachable, that's problematic, bro. He's got everything he needs if he's coachable. If he's coachable and is teachable, it's a problem, man.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna keep my eyes on him during training camp because this is the guy you want to. If he, like Dave's saying, if he's coachable and he develops into something, we might have us a gym right here, a gym. And the only reason why he didn't get drafted was because he's coming off injury. He's coming off injury, so he don't got. Again, we didn't draft him, we didn't pick him up to start by any way, shape, or form. He can get healthy, stash him on a roster, stash him on a practice squad, and hopefully this doesn't turn into a David Moore situation. If you recall, David Moore from Grambling, who we all liked. I don't even know where he at right now.
Didn't he go to the Jets at one point? And then the Jets.
I think he went to the Jets. I think he went to the Jets and then went to Cleveland or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and this is a great point. Great point. Clementine says he's the first guy from Quincy to ever sign a contract. That's dope. That's dope.
That's
Shout out
really
to Quincy, man. Shout out to Quincy, man. I gotta look.
Now I gotta do some research on Quincy.
Let's put some respect on Quincy's name, bro. Let's look up Quincy.
Quincy College. It's in Quincy. Yo, it's in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Hey, that's up there by you, Dave.
Yeah, I've been to Quincy.
Go give him a call, man. Go pull up.
He in Charlotte now. He probably where you at.
No, I mean go pull up to the college, man. Go pull up.
They got fun fact. They have 2 campuses, one in Quincy and one in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Put some respect on Plymouth name, bro.
Tuition cheap too. If you in state.
Stop playing with Quincy, dog.
It's a community college.
Community colleges have a football team? They do. They do. I'm tripping.
Some do.
They
some
do. They do.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be out here being disrespectful.
No, because I do know. But right as I said it, I do know of a community college that has. My bad. You're right. My bad.
Because they the Hawks, man. They the Quincy University Hawks.
Like I did watch Last Chance U a million. Last Chance U was my show, and they had community college. But anyway, I digress. So those are our signings, Dave. Any final comments on the signings before we move on?
Nah, man. Yeah, the BJ Wilson signing is the most intriguing signing out of them all.
It is.
It is, man.
It is.
So awesome. All right. Awesome.
Let's move on. Real quick, man. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Shout out to the MVPs, man. Hey, I want to send a shout out to my man Antoine, who was the winner of the last MVP giveaway, which was a ticket to the game, to a game. Not only a game, you get to sit in the club seat with your boy, and we gonna turn up. Okay, he chose the Vikings game, so all the rest of the games are on the table except for the Colts. Dave has the Colts game. Antoine has the Vikings game. All the other games are on the table right now. Okay, so MVPs, hang in there. You're gonna have your opportunity. You're gonna have your opportunity. Shout out to Steve. My man Steve says he's supposed to be athletic freak. Already back to doing box jumps. The tackle from Quincy. Yes, can't wait. Can't wait to see him, bro. Can't wait to see him. I'm got my eyes on him at training camp. But shout out to all the MVPs, man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all support. Franchise. Shout out to the franchise folks, man. Appreciate y'all support as well. I got a new franchise folk I need to add to that. I did not get the chance to add in anybody else, but shout out to my franchise folks that are supporting the channel. And then shout out to the free agents, man. Shout out to my free agents support the channel as well. We appreciate y'all support. Appreciate y'all. All right. Dave, real quick, I did not have an underdog fantasy, but you want to go ahead and give us underdog fantasy, John?
Yeah, the game between the Lakers and the Nuggets just tipped off. You should always hop on these pick'ems, and they sometimes do some on-demand pick'ems, so you can still hop in during the game. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy. They're a really good company. A lot of opportunity to win some money. There's not too many places where you can win 20 times your money if you can get 5 higher or lowers correct. And because now that the draft is over, now that the schedule's out, we got Best Ball Mania 4. And let me tell you something about Best Ball Mania 4. Best Ball Mania 4, you can win a lot of money. There's over $15 million in prizes that you can win. First place wins $3 million, guys. $3 million for first place. You can walk out a millionaire after a football season. How great is that? And it's only $25 to play. But pick'ems, you can do $1. You can go up to whatever. You can go up to $100, however you want to do it, or 25 or whatever that the max is. So you can go to underdogfantasy.com, use the code PNP because it really helps out the channel. And sometimes they do special pick'ems where they say, "Do you think LeBron James is going to get you a point?" That's one that you're going to get. So it makes your life a little bit easier to get at least 6x. Potentially 10x or 20x, depending on how many pickles you decide to do. So go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP.
All right, shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Like Dave said, use that code PNP. All right. So Dave, let's get into these quarterbacks. We're gonna go through position by position, and check out these positions and the players. And Dave, I want your opinion on the locks. It's about to get controversial in this mug, okay? It's about to get controversial. Dave, do you agree or disagree with this? And this, for the record, we did not discuss these. This is my opinion, and I'm going to ask Dave if he agrees or disagrees with my locks. Dave, Bryce Young up here, Andy Dalton. I got those two guys as complete locks.
Yes.
Matt Corral.
I completely agree.
I don't got them locked up. Dave, what's your thoughts on that?
I think Easton's going to win the job.
Bro, now, all right, Dave, you jump straight into the controversy. Jacob Eason is
no. Let me be clear. I don't want you guys to think that I think Easton's going to start. I mean, when it comes to the third quarterback position, I think Easton's going to win the job.
Bro, Dave, we had good Dave, and we had good Dave for about an episode and a half.
My mic's working. If Malik Williams, listen, if Malik Willis can walk,
you can't even get the cap out.
It's hilarious. You
can't even get the cap out, Dave.
If Malik Willis' job is on the line, then why not Matt Corral's job? What we talking about here?
Dave, no. It's not happening, bro. Matt Corral's not going. I think
my man out here deleting tweets.
It's either two or three quarterbacks. If we keep three, it's Matt Corral, bro.
Appreciate it, Ben.
Appreciate that super chat. Ben says you guys are killing it, keeping Panthers fans up to date with all off season, most in depth look into the team. This is spot on, man. I appreciate you, Ben. But Dave, what you thinking, man? You just playing, right? You don't really believe that.
Nah, no, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just having fun with y'all. Nah, but seriously, I think
I'm about to
this
say
could be a
now
legitimate.
you can stand behind it if you.
No, I was just kidding. I was just having fun with the crowd because I know you guys how y'all feel about me. But on a serious note, I could see Matt Corral getting the Jimmy Clausen treatment, and that's he's got to show up to the third preseason game, and if he plays like crap, he's going to get cut. And if he plays well, he stays on the team type of game. You remember that year when Ron Rivera told Jimmy Clausen that? He was like, if you don't play well in this game, we're going to let your behind go. And Jimmy Clausen played well enough to stay on the team. So I think that's where Matt's going to be. But I think I could see a scenario where they might decide to just keep 2 quarterbacks and put one on the practice squad. And I thought we had another quarterback on the roster, by the way.
No, that's it. 4.
I thought there was a 5th one that we picked up on. Okay,
Nope.
all right, I'm tripping. All right.
We picked one up for its workouts. So the guys that worked out are not. They didn't. And let me say this before we get into it. Y'all remember how they said that we were gonna only take or not fill the roster? That's not true. They completely fill the roster. We have 90 guys on the roster right now. I pulled it. We have complete roster. It's full. So anytime we sign a guy, that means another guy has to go from here on out. All right.
Oh boy.
So I wanted to put that out there because there was a lot of talk about us not filling the roster. We completely filled the roster. It's full. So Matt Corral, again, I do think he has a great chance to make the roster. I just don't think he's locked in. I think he has to play well. He has to show improve because there's no real incentive to keep him around just for the sake of keeping him. Bryce Young is the future. Andy Dalton is a veteran. Like, I don't see, unless you can get some capital for him, I'm not seeing what Matt Corral can provide because Andy Dalton's going to provide that backup. Now, he could, again, like somebody said in the chat, San Francisco situation could happen. We could have a hurt quarterback, and then you need to rely on Matt Corral at some point. But all things, equal and injuries are aside, I think there's really he provides no real. But anyway, A-Cash says, what up, PNP? I missed a few streams, but now I'm back. P.S. Stop the cap, Dad. We know you were serious about the Easton over Corral.
I wasn't. I was just having fun with y'all. Nah, I'll let you know when I'm serious. But I think it's going to be a situation where Corral's got to earn his spot to get that third quarterback slot. I don't think it's a given. Right? There's a potential that we could keep 2, and we could see somebody like a Eason on the squad or a Corral if he's qualified. But I'm pretty sure Corral would qualify on the squad.
Yeah, he would, because you can have veterans on the squad now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to the quarterbacks. Any other thoughts on these quarterbacks?
I mean, this is pretty cut and dry, really. Those how 2 many weeks? Locks.
How many weeks do you anticipate until Bryce Young gets the job?
Oh, he's starting week 1.
Okay. I hope so too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start week 1. At worst, week 2. There's no way we have that early primetime game and he doesn't start. You know how furious ABC will be.
Yeah,
ESPN
will be bad
if he ain't.
But that's Andy Dalton blood and guts, man. What you talking about? You don't want Andy Dalton to get revenge on Monday night?
Dog, that ain't why we got 2 primetime games. You know it, and I know it. Let's not do this tonight. Let's not do this tonight.
I'm just saying Andy Dalton blood and guts is very intriguing.
ESPN brought the whole bus and truck for the first rookie minicamp, bruh. Let's not do this tonight. David Newton brought the RZA, the Jizza, Inspector Deck, the whole Wu-Tang Clan with him from ESPN. Let's not do this tonight.
Yeah.
They did for Bryce, bruh. Let's be real.
So that's the quarterbacks. Let's move on. Running backs. This might get the people going a little bit. Yeah, this might get the people going a little bit. I think it's up in the air here. Here, let me hit the super chat. Let me get these super chats real quick before we get into that. Dave saying he's joking about Easton because he doesn't want us to pull the receipts on his take 2 months.
I appreciate all the super chats.
They dropping. Bryce dropping to the second round takes. He dropped to the second. All right, the second pick. That's what happened to CJ. He dropped to the second pick and went second overall. That's about as far he dropped.
That's neither here nor there, and I didn't say both. Let's be clear. But either way, let's go back to these running backs. But I do appreciate the super chat.
Glenn says, love you guys. It's good to hear some conversation about the Panthers because it's hard finding Panthers fans near me in Scotland. Hey, the internet brings us closer. Internet brings us closer, man. Appreciate the super chat, Glenn, man. Join the family. Join the family, man. Panther Nation, stand up, everybody. And again, hey, everybody over there, Everybody that's in Europe, meet us in Germany, bro. We coming. Pause. All right, we coming out there. All right. This might get the people going here, Dave. What you thinking?
You're
I got
nuts.
Miles Sanders is the only lock, bro.
Chuba's a lock too.
You think Chuba's a lock?
Yeah, Chuba's a lock. Chuba's a lock.
I don't think
Everybody
so.
Everybody else, the better question is how many are we going to keep? 3 or 4?
I think 3. I think it'll be. I think Blackshear and Chuba offer the same skill set. I think they cancel each other out. I think Cameron Peebles is the only dude that is that big 6'2", 220-pound running back that we don't have that's gonna push the pile and is needed. His skill set is needed. Now, again, he has some things he needs to work on. He ain't perfect, but I think he offers something that we just don't have on the roster right now. And that his size is a game changer. So I think Cameron Peoples has the inside track.
Peoples gonna have a shot to make the team.
If he shows that he has to show up, he's got to prove it. He's got to have a good camp, a good training camp. But if he does, I think he can make it to the roster.
I think.
And let me say this. And let me just say this real quick, Dave. Let me say this real quick. Y'all gotta remember, this is a new coaching staff. There is no loyalties to any players. Hey, Matt Rule's wife might have told him to draft Chuba Hubbard, but that don't apply for Frank Reich. That don't apply to Frank Reich. If Frank Reich doesn't deem him, or the offensive staff as a whole doesn't deem him as a viable option in the offense, then he can go. So you're gonna see some guys that are not associated with Frank Reich and with the regime that are gonna be gone. That are from Matt Rule's regime. They're gonna get up out of here, bro. They're gonna get up out of here. So that's why I don't have as many locks as you would think I would, because I think there's gonna be some surprise cuts, man. Hey, Reich ain't loyal to none of these dudes. Go ahead, Dave. I cut you off. My bad.
Nah, you good. I think 3 is tough, bro. Cause I think Chuba's gonna make the team. I think People's got an inside track. I do agree there. If he only keeps 3, those are the 3. But I wouldn't be shocked if they decide to keep 4. If they decide to keep 4, wow.
I think not, because the reason why I say that is because you have guys that can do, like you got Laviska. Chenault can take running back snaps too. I'd much rather them keep another wide receiver, right, than have a 4th running back. You gotta play chess out here.
Cause I like Blackshear and Spencer Brown, man. That's just hard for me to convince myself that they should be the last ones out.
I don't think they're gonna keep those. I think they have duplicate skill sets, bro. I don't think you keep both of those. I think it's really contingent on Miles Sanders and his third down back ability, his receiving out the backfield. I really think that's going to be the linchpin on who is kept for the next guy. Because Cameron Peoples doesn't offer that at all. He doesn't offer that. Sure. That he is a straight bruiser, bro.
I'm with you there. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, bro. I will say this is gonna be an interesting one.
All right. Any more thoughts on the running backs?
Nah, man. But man, you got me thinking hard about what this is gonna happen. But I'm thinking it'll end up, if you only gonna keep 3, it's gonna be Miles, Chuba, and Peoples.
I'm on the Peoples train, bro. I'm on the People's train. I'm rocking. I'm looking. He's got to prove. He's got a ways to go. He got an uphill battle. Don't get me wrong. But if he does, he going to make this roster, fam. Shout out to Appalachian State, man. Go Mountaineers, bro. Shout out to all the App State folk. Hometown kid, too. Shout out to App State. Hey, Glenn, I'm going, Glenn. Glenn, we going. We outside, bro. P&P is outside, bro.
We going.
We're going, bro. We are going. We are going for sure. All right. Wide receivers. Dave, this is where it gets ugly, bro. This is where it can get tricky. This is where it can get tricky, Dave. I've got DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen, Laviska Shenault as locks. After that, it gets tricky. It gets tricky, Dave.
Thielen's a lock. Chenault's a lock. The 5 you got it with locks next to him, those are locks. The rest of these guys are fighting for 1 or 2 slots. And I think special teams is going to be their dependent. So if these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If these 8 guys don't have any special team ability, you can go ahead and cut them off right now. They're done. It's over.
Shout out to Deontay real quick. Shout out to the Hornets with the second pick in the lottery. Charlotte about to have all winners, NFL, NBA, and NHL. Well, we got to say Carolinas because
NHL teams the Hurricanes are in Raleigh.
Let's just go with the Carolinas.
Yeah, now
and we don't want to leave South Carolina out because Dave will get offended. All right, so we don't want to just say Charlotte.
The only team Charlotte really has is the Hornets. If you want to keep it a buck. The only thing y'all really got is the Hornets. Like if you really want to,
we got the Panthers.
No.
I digress.
We
try to give y'all Rock Hill, and y'all ain't want it. So so it is what it is. We tried. We tried, Dave.
Nah, they forgot. They forgot, man.
And the soccer team. And the soccer team. Don't forget about the soccer team, which is also
y'all do have Charlotte FC. It is Charlotte FC. It's not Carolina FC. I do have that. I'm watching this Denver Lakers game, and my Nuggets and Fives looking pretty good. I'll say that.
Yeah, Nuggets smacking the Lakers right now, bro.
Smackage. But like I said, these guys here, these remaining 8, if they don't play special teams, you go in and do this.
So here's the thing, and we'll talk about each one of them. Shi Smith does not. We tried him at punt returner. It was mid. Damiere Byrd can play. He can kick return. He can punt return. So between those two, Damiere Byrd would have the inside track. He's got the inside track. Marquez Stevenson also returns punts and kicks. That is an interesting. He can sneak his way onto the roster. I know he way at the bottom. I see him at the bottom, bro. I know he at the bottom. We just signed him today, but he could sneak his way onto this roster because of his special teams. And Dave talks about this all the time. Special teams, bro. You have to have special teams value. Because of his special teams value, he could leapfrog everybody and take that 6th or 7th wide receiver slot. Now, if we take a 7th wide receiver, you could take a Shi Smith or a Gary Jennings. I think that's an interesting battle between those two. But Shi got a target on his back, bro. He got a target on his back. Hey, Shi. We got again, the loyalty, there is no loyalty. He was not drafted by Frank Reich. There's no loyalty to this dude, bro. He got to show up. If he don't show up, he's out of here, bro. I should have put target emojis. Guys that are in trouble. Shi Smith, you are in trouble, fam. You in trouble, bro. I don't know if you be watching this, but Shi, you in trouble, B. You are in trouble, B. You are in trouble. I don't think Chuba is in as much trouble as Shi Smith is. Shi Smith is in dire trouble, bro. I'm not trying to be funny because it's people's jobs. I don't think it's funny at all. But he's got to show up.
That's the way you said it.
I know. I'm just saying because I started laughing too. That's why I don't. Just to reiterate, I don't take joy in anybody losing their jobs. Let's just say that.
Not at all.
I want to be clear about that. I really do want. He needs to show up, bro. He needs to show up. But anybody else?
Bruh, so I cover HBCU sports, and the big conversation we've been having is about getting drafted in like the 6th or 7th round versus being an undrafted free agent. If you're an undrafted free agent and you're a wide receiver, this ain't the place you want to go to be a wide receiver.
Nah, it's
like
not.
This ain't it. It's not. So that's why I said it probably makes more sense if you don't get drafted being an undrafted free agent, because then you kind of get to pick the best spot that you get the opportunity to make the team. Because if you make the decision to be an undrafted free agent, you decide to go here to play wide receiver, dog, 5 of these slots are locked down. There might be 1 spot, maybe 2, that you're fighting for.
Nah, this chat right. Hey, Landy, you flagrant for this, bro.
Stop, man.
You flagrant,
stop,
bro. You flagrant.
Stop, man. Hey. Stop, man. Stop, man. Stop. See? Stop. See, this is why. But that's Rashad's fault.
Hey, Landy, you flagrant for that, bro.
Yo, man, this is Rashad's fault. See, you out here.
I know, I shouldn't have put that shit up. Hey, Landy, I should not have put that up, bro. You flagrant for that, dog.
Yo, man, Rashad's out here being reckless.
I know, but I shouldn't have put that up because it's not funny though. I really, in all seriousness, bro, I take no joy in laughing at people losing their jobs. I really don't. That's not cool at all. But Landon, you flagrant for that, yo. Somebody
Landon,
put, hey,
man.
Landon, you a mod, so I can't put you in timeout. But bro, you deserve to go in timeout for that, yo. That ain't
You
cool right
can't
there,
do
bro.
that, bro.
That ain't cool, bro. That's not cool right there, bro. Oh man, that was funny. All right,
All right.
let's move.
Next
Let's move on.
position. Next position
Move on.
group before we get another
Yeah,
reckless
yeah,
post
we
by
definitely
Landon.
about to. Yo, Shy about to pull up on us at training camp. Damn, bro. All right,
Now he might
here
have
we go.
shooters. He's the new guy with shooters now.
Chill, man. Chill.
We went
Man.
from one
Chill.
shooter to another. Like you out here, I'm gonna tell him to go to Landon.
Man, you flagrant for that, bro.
I'm gonna tell him to go to Landon.
Oh man. Hey, real quick. Tight ends, Dave. Hayden Hurst, Ian Thomas, Tommy Tremble, Stephon Sullivan, Reese. Who you got, bro?
Them the three for sure. Based on what Thomas Brown is looking for, Stephon Sullivan fits what he said for that second guy, bro. We ain't talking about it enough.
Yeah, no, I think he does. He does, and we saw him start to come out start to make a little progress towards the end of last season when Matt Rule was gone. We started to make a couple of plays. I don't see us keeping 4 tight ends, bro. But if we do, he would be the 4th one. But I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it. And I see the Reese with the fullback. I gotta be honest. I don't know enough about Frank Reich's system to see
point,
whether they use.
At that point, I'd rather them
now.
keep a 4th running back than them to keep Reese. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you telling me I gotta choose between taking a 4th running back or Reese, I'd rather keep Blackshear or Brown.
And
I'll
this right here, this.
Yes.
We saw Tommy play it in college, bro. We've been asking for this forever. Line him up at fullback. He is nasty. The dude can block. He seeks contact, bro. Let him play fullback. That frees up another. You can keep another wide receiver. You can keep another running back.
Ian is a lock, guys. Ian's a lock, yeah. Bro.
I think Ian is a lock, and the only reason why I have Ian as a lock is because he restructured his deal and to stay. And so that's the only reason why I think he's a lock. It's because his deal got reworked. If it wasn't for that, I would say, nah, he's out of here. And that's really the only reason why, to be honest with you. I don't have an on-the-field reason why as to why Ian Thomas is a lock. And I agree with Glenn. I agree with, yeah, exactly. This is and I didn't even read this before he said it, but I don't have an on-field reason as to why we should keep Ian Thomas. He's a good blocker, and if they are gonna play 12 personnel, they're gonna maybe that's it. But I think Tommy Tremble is a good enough blocker as well. I think Hayden Hurst is a very good blocker as well. So we talked about 13 personnel, which is a possibility. You could play, 3 tight ends. Maybe I got to go back and look at some right film to see whether he did that. And see, I don't know the tendencies. I got to go back. That is one piece of content I am going to work on is the offenses, right? I want to take an in-depth look at the Thomas Brown / McVay offense, how we're going to take pieces of that, and then how we're going to integrate that with Frank Reich's offense. I want to do an in-depth video about that. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I definitely want to do that. All right, Dave, any more thoughts on the tight ends?
Nah, I'm good, man. I want to get to these hog mollies. Shout out to
Gettleman, man. Shout out to Gettleman, bro. Hog molly action. All right, so here's what I got. Icky, Taylor Moton, locks as the tackles. And again, these are split up. These are split up based on how they're split up on the Panthers roster. Okay? The Panthers roster is how I split these up. So don't shoot the messenger when it comes to, hey, I see this guy playing here. This is how the Panthers listed on the roster. Okay, so I got Icky, Moton as locks, Cam Irving, Arnell Coleman, Ricky Lee, JD Dorenzo, and BJ Wilson, excuse me, BJ Wilson. Dave, any thoughts?
How many tackles did we do last year?
Shoot, I don't know if Ricky Lee actually is on the roster, to be honest with you. That might be.
Are you serious? They let him go already?
Oh no, he is. He's on there. He's on.
Yeah, he got signed. I know that, but
no, he got signed as a tryout player. That's different.
No, I thought he got signed as an unrestricted free agent. Undrafted free agent.
Oh yeah, you're right. My
He
bad.
got drafted.
My
He got signed
apologies.
as
My
undrafted free
apologies.
agent.
Yes, my apologies. You're right. He did.
Yeah.
You're correct.
So, how many tackles did we keep
And
last
he
year?
is on the roster. That's correct. It don't
5.
matter what we kept last year. That's a different coach.
Good point. I was just curious, just to get an idea of how many we should expect to keep.
So I think that the average is that you keep about 9 total offensive linemen. That's why swing tackles are so important.
So
That's why Cam Irving might make the team.
Make the team. So Irvin's gonna.
Because
so Irvin's a lot. Cam Irvin's a lot. I just know. I know you're afraid to put it there. I know you're afraid to put the lock there. I'm shocked you didn't put the lock there. To be honest with you,
listen. If I were to put an emoji there, it would be the lock, but not locked. He would be like a.
It would be like a lock that's kind of locked. It's like kind of lifted a little bit.
It would be lifted. Yeah, it wouldn't be all the way in. But
like I wouldn't put I wouldn't put a fully unlocked, but like almost locked type of thing in between.
That's where I got with him, because I think you can do better than Cam Irving. That's why I say that. I think, and again, I don't think
my ENT bias wants Ricky Lee to make the team.
He's gonna be on the practice squad.
It's gonna be tough sledding.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the practice squad. But BJ Wilson, he's not gonna make the roster the first go around. I think they're gonna try to stash him unless he comes out and it's crazy. I don't see him making the roster initially. I think Cam Irving is probably the third guy. I think
if you only keep it 3 tackles, yes. If you're keeping 4, you think Coleman is gonna get it? That's why Ricky Lee could sneak it. I don't know. Because it all depends. We gotta because Coleman. What can Coleman play multiple positions? Or Dorenzo, you put OL there, so that tells me he could do different positions.
Yeah, the way it's listed on the Panthers website is he was the only quote unquote OL, which that means it's not tackle or not guard.
That tells me that if you, depending on how you feel about it, that's somebody that has a shot to potentially make it if you count him as a tackle, because he could play multiple positions. But
I don't know, man.
It'll be interesting. But I agree with you. I only one I probably would be like, okay, you probably could put a lock for is probably Cam Irving because of his versatility. Because this team is like just like the previous guy. This team is about that versatility life, and Cam Irving has it. No matter how you feel about him, you just don't want him starting every week.
Yeah, that's all. Agreed. So let's hypothetically count these up. So we got 3. Usually the average is between 9 and 10. So we got hypothetically.
Well, we're not going to keep like 3 centers. That's why I think we're probably going to take 4 of these.
Right. So here's the guards. Here's the guards. Right. So again, this is how it's listed on the Panthers website. So I've got Christensen is a lot. Corbett is a lot. Now Corbett could start on short-term IR, which will free up a roster spot.
Free up a spot, which will probably go to Michael Jordan. That'll probably go to Michael Jordan.
Potentially
go to Jordan.
You got Zavala is a lock. Cade Mays is a lock. I think Deontay Brown, bro. I still believe, bro. And then Jensen, right? Jensen, you got.
I like Jensen a lot, bro. Like, let me tell you something. I know how you feel about Deontay Brown, bro. Jensen's about to take my man out the paint. Jensen's about to take Brown out the paint.
We'll see.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
A Cash says, "Damn, we trashing a lot of players today." Shy, Ian, Irving.
We've been positive too. We've been positive too.
Irving. I
just said he was a lock. Like, what are we talking about here? But yo, I don't get that credit.
Shy, be careful. Be careful the next time you head to practice.
Right back, guys.
I gotta watch my back. I definitely gotta watch my back. No autographs for your boy. All right. So again, I think Michael Jordan, which they did go out and sign recently. Again, he's a run blocking, he's a mauler. I think Camping likes him obviously because he brought him back. Maybe he's still trying to mold him, but I think Deontay Brown and Nash Jensen, that could be a battle for that last spot too. While Austin Corbett's on short-term IR, and then you got to think about Cade Mays. Cade Mays has position flexibility, can play center. So can Irving, right? That's what we're looking at. Who can play multiple positions? Because again, you can't just have a guy. You got to have some depth there. So I definitely think that Cam Irving has that flexibility. Cade Mays has it. I don't know about Jensen and Deontay, but that could free up another spot. So hypothetically, like I'm saying, Austin Corbett goes on short-term IR. I could keep Michael Jordan, and I could keep one of these guys between Deontay Brown and Nash Jensen, right? And then when Corbett comes back, one of those guys go to the practice squad, That's what it is. All right. ACAS says I was talking about the chat trashing. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, I'm not trashing
All right.
nobody except
Yeah.
for Shy. I went a little hard on Shy, pause, but yeah. Outside of that,
So if you keep these locks, and I don't think it will add anybody else, because we will. I think it'll be just 4 guards, so we'll keep 2 centers. So 4 guards, 3 tackles, 2 centers.
I don't think we
And
keep two
great. And
centers.
Christensen can play
Why we
tackle.
hold on. Why you talking about keeping 2 centers? K Mace can play center. Cam Murray can play
Oh,
center. Why would I keep 2 centers?
good point. So if that's the
So
case,
that's why Bozeman's the only lock. But we can go back. So
but now,
Bozeman 1, 2,
and that
3,
3, 4, 5,
4, 5, and then 3
right?
more.
Go back.
8.
Go back to the
That's 8.
tackles. That's
That's 3.
8. So we can do
3.
one more.
Yeah, we could add. That's what I was just talking about. Why you got up? So it could be potentially between Nash Jensen and Deontay Brown, or Michael Jordan, or we could keep both of one. We can keep 2 of the 3 between those 3 guys if Corbett goes on short-term IR.
So you fine with having way more guards than tackles because we only gonna have 3.
I'm fine. I'm fine with flexibility. Flexibility,
yeah,
bro.
because K Mays can play in spot on the line.
So can Christensen can play. Christensen can play guard, both guard positions and tackle as well.
Yeah,
so flexibility, bro. It's all about flexibility, man.
It's true. That is true. Okay, I'm good.
Nah, don't do this. Don't do this, bro. That's funny. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, we got Bradley Bozeman there as a lock for center. That's pretty much it. I think Tecklenburg goes to practice squad, and that's what we got there. So here's the heat map. Somebody requested this on Twitter, and so I did it. Here's my heat map, and this is without Corbett starting. That's why it's a yellow there. Only was this a yellow there because
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
Is this what the depth chart shows right now?
On what? Based on what?
Like, is it?
This is my. I made this up. I made this up.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think, and this might be hot takey.
Before you say this, because I might agree with you because it took me some time to get this combination. It took. I had to walk through this. But go ahead,
bruh. I know how folks feel about putting Brady Christensen on that right side, but I'm putting Brady Christensen on that right side, and I'm putting Zavala next to King.
Yeah, I battle with that. But see, here's I battle with that, and you know what I did and why I went this route is because if I put Zavala there, okay, Dave, if you put Zavala there, what color are you gonna give him?
I'll probably give him yellow only because
exactly.
he's a rookie.
Exactly. That's why I didn't do it. That's exactly why I didn't do it.
But the problem is, only reason why I'm giving him yellow is because he's a rook. That's the only reason why. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I'm looking at that left side. Akeem and Zavala, they know each other. So I could, but if I go green, y'all think I'm being too aggressive. So I'm putting yellow off the rook strength. That's it. But I think the fact that you already got the chemistry locked down, they know each other so well, you got Camping coaching them up. The only concern I have is that I know that Brady Christensen plays better on the left side than the right. I know that. But then you ask yourself the question, does Christensen play better than K Mays on the right? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Yeah. Is it a competition between Christensen versus K on the right side?
Yeah, and see, Dave, that's why I put Christensen back at left guard. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I put Christensen at right, he was gonna be yellow. Because he's played more snaps at left.
He could mess around. K could mess around and win the job too. But nobody wants to really have that discussion.
He could, and that's why I threw Cade in there. And the only reason why it's yellow is because we haven't seen him play there yet. I just haven't seen it. So until I see it, I'm a show me guy. I might as well be from Missouri, man. Show me state. You got to show me. I got to see it. But real quick, let me hit Joel's super chat. He says off topic, but our fans allowed at OTAs or get a chance to get autographs like Sha did with minicamp? If so, how and where do you go? I don't think I can put this on full blast because I think the people that go out there would kill me if I told everything. So I can't hit me in the DMs, bro. But yet the short answer to your question is yes. But I can't put that on complete. They would kill me if I put the information out there. So I can't just publicly blast it out there like that. But anyway, but yeah, Cade Mays. It's gonna be interesting on the offensive line the first couple weeks until we see it get flushed out. Hayden Hurst, I got question marks. I just haven't seen it. Miles Sanders, again, Miles Sanders had played behind one of the best offensive lines in the game last year, and he was solid. He was solid.
I would have him higher than yellow, bro. I respect how Miles Sanders.
And the reason why I put him, I put it down is because I want to see what he's gonna offer in the receiving ability. I want to see what he's gonna offer.
All I'm gonna ask you is this: based on the running back roster that we currently have, what would you put Chuba?
Huh?
What would you put Chuba if Chuba was the starter?
Like orange? What are we talking about?
I'm just trying to understand because I would have.
What are we talking about?
I would at least put Miles.
It might have been red. It might have been red.
No, I'm just curious. I just need to understand the heats because I probably would have put. I would have put Miles Sanders at the lightest green like you put Brady Christensen. That's my opinion.
This is a good question. If Corbett was healthy, he would have been dark green, right beside Bozeman, dark green.
Yeah, I agree there.
Miles Sanders, I got to see it, bro. I got to see it, bro. You can make the argument for him to be a light green, but not for me.
I think it should be light green. That's my opinion.
I want to see what he's going to offer. I want to see what he's going to offer in the receiving game. Is he going to be able to offer that third down back ability? I want to see it. And again, he had the best offensive line in the game last year. And then what did he do in the Super Bowl day? I got questions.
Why are you bringing up old shit, man?
I just got questions. I got questions. All right, let's move on. Why is Moulton light green? Moulton is light green because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. His play is taking a dip since he got paid. Do y'all want me to pod or no?
I was gonna say. Do y'all
want me to pod?
I was gonna say nothing, bro.
Do y'all want me to pod?
I was gonna say as soon as he asked that question, I was gonna say nothing.
Do y'all want me to pod or no? I'm just keeping it a buck. Sha does nothing but keep it a buck. He hasn't been. As soon as he got paid, the play has kind of dipped off. He got to bounce back, bro. We seen him play very well, but since he got paid, I seen the play. The motivation changes. We seen it. It happens to the best of them. It happens to the best of them, bro. I got to see him stepping back up.
Shaw said he done went Hollywood on us, man. That's what Shaw said.
I'm just saying. I think he's a great player. I think, and he's shown it. He's see this is the
he's
thing.
He's getting up there in age too. It might not have nothing to do with him getting paid.
That's true too. He is getting up there. He ain't a spring chicken no more. But see, the thing is, you get a green for me if you've proven it. You've proven it before somewhere, right? We've seen you can play to a certain ability. That means you get at least a light green. So I've seen Moulton play at a high level. It just since he got paid, bro, it's been players dropped off a little bit. He dropped off a little bit. That's all. He can still be great. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and get to defensive players. We got a long way to go. All right. Defensive tackles. Derek Brown, Shaw Tuttle, Deshaun Williams. Those are the guys. Anybody else? Do you see
Marquand McCall's a lot?
Ooh-wee, Dave.
Marquand McCall's a lot.
I disagree.
Marquand McCall's a lot.
Respectfully.
We're playing a 3-4, right?
Yeah.
Can you go back and look at his measurables again, please?
You got a computer, you look it up.
You know what? I don't need the hostility from Rashad. It is called Rashad and Dave, right? So you can look up shit too. So like they'll be out here.
You look it up, bro. You out here being all.
You
asking the question like you can't look at you.
Yo, all I know
You
is
asked the
this.
question like you can't. Yeah.
Listen, look, all I know is this. My guy Marcon McCall, he's 6'3" and he's 345 pounds. I know that. I know that much. I think. Oh, wait a minute. We're defensive tackle. Nah. I'll stand by it. Wait a minute. No, never mind. I'll take that back. I forgot. I'm tripping. This is just DTs, right?
Just DTs.
Nah, McCall ain't got a chance. He's a sleeper though, but he don't have a chance.
I think he does have a chance, but it ain't a lock, bro.
It ain't a lock.
I do.
And I like Redmond too, man.
I do. Say a lot of people are calling out. I think Redmond gonna make a push, bro. Redmond is gonna make which is why I don't have McCall as a lock.
It's hard for me to see them keep 4 DTs in a 3-4. Because technically Derek Brown could play at the end.
He is.
So is he really gonna play DT? He's not. That's why it's knocking me off. Because technically he's gonna play the end.
So you got to go back and you got to look at what go back and look at what Denver kept from a defensive personnel standpoint. That's what I go from. If you go from Denver, they kept 3 defensive tackles, and it was those guys. And like you're right, Dave. He's gonna play defensive end on a 3-4, but he's listed as a defensive tackle.
Because when I think about
Panthers roster.
No, I get you. I got it. But when I think about a defensive tackle in a 3-4, I'm thinking about space eaters.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why I said Marcall.
All these guys are. Yeah, and Marcall, but I think Redmond too, bro.
And Redmond too. I think Redmond got a shot as well.
Redmond is gonna push some folks, bro.
Yeah, Deshaun Williams is more of an end as well. I think the only guy that's a legit tackle out of the 3 that's are locks are Tuttle.
Yeah, Shy is gonna be the nose tackle.
But he's got to have a backup.
Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna keep another one. That's why I think they're gonna keep another one. I think it's between
Redmond and McCall.
I also think any of these guys can slide inside to play nose tackle too. I think Derek can do it. I don't think that's ideal.
They can do it. They can do it. I think
it's ideal.
It ain't ideal.
Yeah.
Because of what you expect, like the job of a defensive tackle in a 3-4, man, you gotta be holding 3 people. It's not it's not a fun job.
Yep. But, so I think it's gonna be interesting. I think that keep an eye on Redmond. I think Redmond's gonna be a problem for sure. Redmond is gonna be a problem. All right, let's move on. Defensive ends. This is again, don't shoot the messenger. This is how it's listed on the Panthers website. So I got Brian Burns, Yetur, Marquise Amari as locks. You can make an argument. I think that's it.
Are they gonna try to have YGM play defensive end in the 3-4?
He's gonna stand up outside linebacker.
Yeah, so he
ain't don't get caught in the titles.
Haynes is yeah.
Hey, just real quick, man. Y'all listen real quick. Don't get caught up in the. So he says Redmond is a 291. He'll be a defensive end, not a nose. Yeah, but Shy Tuttle is only 300 pounds. Shy Tuttle is not a 350 pound nose tackle. You don't have to be 350 pounds to play nose tackle.
You don't.
And I think Redmond is the ideal size for a defensive end in a 3-4. If you go back and look what Denver had, he fits that mold perfectly, bro. So I think Deshaun Williams can also slide in nose tackle. I think they're gonna move guys around. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead, Dave.
I gotta quit getting trapped in the title because it feels like I know they're gonna go into a 3-4, and I'm looking at these guys and I'm thinking, all right, Brian Burns is gonna be an outside linebacker. YGM is gonna be an outside linebacker. Mm-hmm. Haynes could potentially be an outside linebacker.
Yep.
So it's just all 4 of these guys could potentially be outside linebacker, but somebody's got to play up front. Everybody can't be outside linebackers.
No, that's what you got these guys for. These guys are the fronts. That's why they're gonna get somebody another. It's gonna be maybe one or two guys that make the roster in addition up here.
Yeah, they're gonna have
And
to be.
then you got these guys here,
Yep,
and you
and
can
those are
make an
gonna.
argument. You can make an argument that Yetur could play defensive end traditionally and put his hand in the dirt. You can make an argument. He's kind of that tweener. He could do it. I don't think it's ideal, but that's why I think he may not be a lock. I could remove that lock, to be honest. He might be in that Cam Irving space, to be honest.
Fam, I was kind of shocked he was there as a lock, to be honest with you.
Me too. Actually, me too. After
the cut to it episode, you still had him as a lock. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm questioning myself on how that got there. I think I might have put that there on accident. I think there was a. That might be a copy paste error. I think I should remove the lock for you too. I don't think he's a lock.
Yeah, you should go and remove
I take
that
it back.
lock.
I take it back.
Remove that lock, bro. I think he's gonna have to fight to make this team. He's scratching and clawing. Fighting and clawing? What?
You need a quote? You need a quote? I got you.
Fighting and clawing.
Fighting and clawing, Dave. Fighting and clawing.
Fighting and clawing. Yeah. He's gonna be fighting and clawing. There's no locks here. Truth be told, if you want to keep it a buck, I probably would get rid of the lock for everybody except for Brian Burns. You want to keep it a buck. But I think Haynes is going to be starting.
They're making the run. Yeah,
I think Haynes is going to start. I think Haynes is starting.
Barrow they said pick the lock. Come on, man. Don't do my guy like that. They said pick the lock.
I'm done.
Hey, the chat, y'all on one today. Hey, the chat is on one today, man.
The chat's in rare form tonight.
Something's wrong with y'all. Something is wrong with y'all, man. I don't think Anderson's a lock either.
No, I agree. I don't think.
But he could provide that depth on the D. He's played in 3-4 before, so yeah.
But he could make. He definitely has a shot to make the team. He's more of a lock than G-Tor, I'll tell you that. If you would have put the lock on Henry Anderson, I wouldn't have questioned you as much. I'll tell you that.
Again, in all seriousness, I do think that's an ad. I didn't mean to put that there for you two.
You gave that man a pity lock.
I did. It was an accident. But anyway, let's move on. Outside linebackers. Again, don't shoot the messenger. This is how it's listed on the roster. Don't shoot the messenger. Go to Panthers.com right now. Look it up. This is how it's listed. DJ Johnson, outside linebacker.
They only have him as those are the two outside linebackers we got. That says a lot, by the way. But we know that Evero ain't trying to tell nobody nothing.
That's true. So, Evero, he's like, yo, I ain't telling y'all ish. I don't know how you pronounce it, Dave. You could be right.
Now I gotta go back and look. You make me feel bad.
I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why I ain't asked for no autograph, because I don't know how to pronounce his name. I ain't want to screw it up. But anyway, DJ Johnson, draft pick. I think he's a lock. That's really it. Lota is intriguing. I think he offers a special teams ability, but that's really about it. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree there. They must go. Yeah, here we go.
Now, here are the linebackers. The only one that's listed as an interior linebacker is Bumper Pool. He's the only one. Don't shoot the messenger. But I got Shaq Thompson, Frankie Louvu, Brandon Smith. Those are the locks. Now, you got Jordan Thomas. He's the guy, the converted tight end. And you got Ace Ely. I think keep an eye on Bumper, man. Bumper might make it, bro. Don't get caught in the titles. Just look at the players, man. See where they can fit.
I agree with the three locks. I'm rooting for Bumper Pool to make the team. Jordan Thomas is interesting. Gruber Hill's interesting too.
Yeah, I don't think no one else intrigues me outside of Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas is the only one that I think is really interesting, and I think he's going to make the practice squad because I really think they want him to develop. Worst case scenario, but yeah, these are the guys. Don't shoot the messenger. Again, I pulled this from Panthers.com. This is how they look and how they're labeled position wise. All right, let's move on. Let's move on
to the next position.
All right, here's what I got. Cornerbacks. Cornerback.
I agree.
I think
I
the only
agree.
locks are J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson. Outside of that, bro, I have no clue.
Henderson will
It
make the
could
team.
it could get
Henderson will
ugly
make the
here.
team. Henderson will
It
make the
it,
team.
it could get ugly here, bro. It could get ugly. I think Evero has a type, and I don't know that CJ Henderson fits that type. They did not pick up his option. Again, remember, Frank Reich has no loyalty to these guys. Evero has no loyalty to these guys. He could coach them up. He could see something in them and try to keep them around. But STO, trouble. Keith
Keith
Taylor,
Taylor too.
trouble. They went out and got Eric Rowe. I think Eric Rowe's. I think he's more of a lock than I would be willing to put on. But with Rajon Wright, Mark Milton, bro, them dudes is really gonna push CJ. I think CJ could end up getting it, but he gonna have to fight for his life. He is in Shy Smith territory. He gonna have to fight for his life at training camp, bro. I hope Rajon make it, bro.
I think he is gonna make it. Ain't no
I
hope
hope
in
he
it. I
make it.
think
He's the guy I'm really rooting for, bro. He's got all the talent, bro. We'll see. We'll see, man. Yeah, I guess I am finally coming around. It's just reality, bro. I keep it a buck, man. I like CJ. I still like him, but I just think the writing is starting
the
to
rise on the raw, bruh.
it's starting to show on the wall, man. It's like that invisible
Mm.
ink, and you turn the lights off, and it's there. Like that's where we at with with CJ Henderson. So yeah, man.
Folks already calling him a bust, man. He's
Yeah. I mean, you
there.
got 3 years.
Three
You got three
years.
years to prove it. I would argue, yeah. I can't argue against that. Actually,
No, you can't.
I
It's
can't
3 years.
I can't argue against it. 3 years. You get 3 years before we make that determination.
Jacksonville knew what they were doing. They traded him to us, bro. Simple as that. There's no other way to put it.
All right. You got any other names on this list that you like?
Probably gonna keep 4 corners. I think Henderson's gonna make the team by default. Probably keep 4 to 5 corners. So I'm saying Henderson, probably Rowe, and Rajon. Those are gonna be my 5.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Now you good? Those will probably be my 5. If you off kilter right now.
So yeah, with this, I don't know. I thought Dante was healthy. I'm not sure where he stands with his rehab. I don't know whether he's gonna start training camp on the pup or I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work.
I just hope we don't see C.J. Henderson starting week 1. That would be dramatic and bad.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Any other thoughts on the cornerbacks?
Nah, man. Let's get to these safeties.
All right, safeties. I got Jeremy Chin as a lock, Von Bell as a lock, Sam Franklin Jr. as a lock, and the reason why I have him as a lock is because special teams. Jamie Robinson lock. I think Xavier Woods is probably more of a lock than I like to give on, because I think we don't have a true free safety outside of him, so I think he could be a lock as well. I could make an argument for him being a lock.
The only question I have is because Jamie Robinson can also play special teams, would that put Stan Franklin in jeopardy?
Who?
Would the fact that Jamie Robinson can play special teams, would that put Sam Franklin in jeopardy?
Nah. I
I'm
think
just
you can't
wondering.
have too many special teamers.
I'm kind of shocked that you got Xavier Woods not as a lock either, too, by the way.
Yeah, man. Bro, if you got CJ Henderson in trouble, then Xavier Woods should be in trouble. They in the same category, bro. They in the same. Both of them dudes is not playing very well. But again, I can make the argument that we don't have another free safety. Like he's the only true free safety we have on the roster.
And I think that's probably why you got to keep him.
So like I said, I think you can make the argument to keep him, but
and that goes back to my argument: because of, and then all right, so maybe it's not Sam that's in jeopardy because of Jamie, but maybe one of the corners is. because of Jamie, because Jamie can play anywhere. Because Jamie can play linebacker. Jamie can play cornerback. Jamie can play safety. Jamie can play anywhere. The only thing that Jamie can't play is on the defensive line. He can pretty much play anywhere else because he's capable. He's got that level of versatility.
Yeah,
So
I don't
maybe
know. I don't know if you want Jamie at free though.
I didn't say you
He's
wanted
more
him at free. It's about that's why you got to keep Xavier Woods,
okay.
and
Gotcha.
then maybe you go back to the corners, and maybe you go back to the corners, and maybe C.J. Henderson is out the paint because you rather deal with Jamie Robinson because you know at least he's got the confidence to actually try to cover somebody. I mean, keep it a buck. Maybe you won't have miscommunication or whatever.
Yeah, there was a lot of coverage issues, bro. There was a lot of coverage issues last year. A lot can be attributed to safety, bro.
It's true.
I think Eric Rowe. He probably could. I think Eric Rowe could play for. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta check. I can look it up to see where he's spent most of his career. I want to say nickel, but
Yeah, because Chin's going to be all over the place. So from that standpoint, I'm not like we got him as the position of a safety, but the reality is Chin. They're gonna put Chin everywhere, bro.
again, don't shoot the messenger, bro. I just put them where they listed on the
No,
Panthers
no,
website.
I'm just taking that into account. We know he's gonna be a lot to make the roster. I'm just saying that he's gonna be everywhere. That's all.
I'm looking up Eric Rowe. Eric Rowe didn't play much free, so that's not true. Played 57 snaps. That's a small percentage of the total. But he can technically. He can technically. I don't know. I don't know. But I do think they like the three safety look, though. I think they're going to be playing a lot of three safety looks, which could impact how many cornerbacks we take. They want to keep more safeties. Versatility, versatility, versatility. All right, so here's the heat map. Here's the heat map. Now I know before you say it, before you ask, where's Jeremy Chin? I have another slide for him. Okay, so relax, because I think this is the base. And again, I think my man Keith, who always drops great knowledge in the comments, said that you only play your base 20% of the time. So you're playing base 20% of the time. This is what you're going to be looking at most of the time. All right. So Derrick Brown, Shy Tuttle, Deshaun Williams on the front, Brian Burns coming off the edge, Marquise Haynes coming off the other edge, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson in the inside. Dante Jackson is yellow because Dante Jackson can't stay healthy. Even if when he is healthy, I don't think he's that great. Just my personal opinion. Von Bell, strong safety. Xavier Woods free. This is where I got. And again, don't get too caught up with the left versus right. I don't know where these guys are going to line up exactly on the field. That's just where I have it. I have it listed. So don't get caught up in that. So any thoughts on this?
Haynes, I think we're being disrespectful to Haynes. But I understand
You
why
think he
got
should be
yellow.
green?
No, I just think no, I know. But what the problem is, whoever's going to be on the other side of Burns is going to be yellow because nobody's ever played there full time. So I understand why. You're tough on Dante though,
bro. It's the facts. What are we talking about?
Okay. I'm not mad at anybody else though. Dante's the only one I'm questioning because I wouldn't put Dante and Xavier Woods at the same color. That's my beef. Because Dante's not going with the top guy. He ain't going up against the top corner. That'd be JC.
Yeah, when is he ever? Yeah, but when is he's never going up against the top guy.
That's true. Woods will not start Bucket, but we're gonna see.
I think we don't have another free safety.
You got much of a choice. But all right, I'm cool with the map.
Here's the nickel, bro. Here's the nickel.
Oh yeah, I like that map better.
So this is what you could be playing, and it's a better look, right? It's a better look. You get Shaq Thompson, you get Frankie Louvu, who plays more on the edge a little bit, and then you got Jeremy Chin sliding down to play the big nickel role. I think this is playing in this. It's gonna really have teams effed up because Jeremy Chin can also rush the passer very well. So it could be a problem if you have Jeremy Chin coming off the edge getting sacked. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, bro. So this is probably what you're gonna be used to seeing. This is probably what y'all want to see. But bro, y'all keep saying Jeremy Chin an inside linebacker, bro. It's not happening. Y'all gotta come off of that, bro. Y'all gotta come off of that. It's not happening. He's not playing inside linebacker, bro. And as soon as they start running down his throat, y'all gonna be like, oh, we gotta get a better, we gotta move somebody else. Bro, you gotta be pretty stout to play inside linebacker, bro. You gotta be a bigger linebacker. He's not built for that, bro. He's just not. Maybe occasionally, but not full time.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion, though. I'm just one guy. It's just my opinion. Everybody's welcome to have their opinion. So, any more thoughts on this heat map?
Nah. I love this heat map better than the last one. There's less yellow.
Said JC Horn is too green.
JC Horn is not too green. The dude, when he plays, he's like arguably the best corner in the league from a PFF standpoint. You guys keep talking about his injuries, but when he's on the field, he shuts down his side. Those are the facts, sir. Go look it up.
Yo, if I would have put CJ Henderson on this heat map, y'all would have crucified me, dog.
No, if you had him ready, you wouldn't have. They wouldn't have crucified you.
Well, you don't. If you're red, you don't get put on there. You gotta get your best players out there.
That might have been our best players. Legend? Like if you would have done this right before the Bucs game, he would have had to be up there, right? Otherwise, you would have had nothing but red options.
The color legend is the greener the better. If you dark green, you pretty much the man. The yellow, and it goes to red. We haven't seen any red. If you've been watching this show for a while, you've seen some red on these heat maps before. The good news is we ain't got no red, and I feel good about that. Deshaun Williams is yellow because he was a rotational guy in Denver. He was not a full-time defensive. He wasn't the full-time guy. So I have questions about whether he can do it full-time. That's the biggest reason why he's yellow. I got a reason for every yellow. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you why. That's just my personal opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, Tahir Whitehead was up here. He'd have been red like a mother.
Oh God, you ain't supposed to name him.
He would have been black.
He would have been blank, transparent.
This dude said transparent, bro. Clear.
Transparent, bro.
My man said clear, bro.
Transparent up in this piece.
My man said clear.
Just a blank square with no color at all. Not even a name. Y'all know who he is. Would have put just
Damn. Hey, so that's my heat map for the defense. Heat map for the defense. And this was requested. I can't remember. Let me pull up my man's name real quick. Let me give him his flowers because he requested it. And so I want to give him a shout out because I haven't done one of these in a minute. So I want to shout him out real quick. Give him a quick shout out if I can find
Denver is walking the dog to LA, bro.
Let me give a shout out to my man. Hold up. I don't. Oh, my man Bray. Shout out to Bray. Bracing Cable, man. Appreciate you, bro. This is his idea. He requested it. And so, yeah, you hit me on Twitter. You like some of the old content I used to do, and you hadn't seen it in a while. Just send me a reminder, bro. Sometimes I'll be forgetting, and this was the timing was perfect because it was in line with what I wanted to do. So shout out to Brayson. All right, real quick, let's move on. Dave, special teamers, I got 3 locks. Enough said. Shout out to JJ, the GOAT.
Hell of an actor too. He did pretty well, I will say.
Shout out to JJ. Secret says, can I do a side by side versus last year's heat map to compare? I would have to pull it up. Because I gotta go way back in my slides. I don't know where it's at. So I'm gonna have to find it. All right. I think that's my last slide. So real quick, before we start to shut this thing down, I do want to say, make sure y'all tune in to the shorts. Tune in to the shorts because I'm putting together the Keep Pounding Moments series. Keep Pounding Moments. I take the greatest memories in Panthers history, create a short. I got 2 of them up right now. Go check out the shorts, bro. The first one was the first game in Panthers history against the Atlanta Falcons. The second one was the Jonathan Stewart stiff arm where he snatched Rondé Barber's soul. Go check that out. What I'm trying to do is bridge the gap between old and young Panther fans so y'all can see why we deem some of these players in the high regard that we do. So you can see why Steve Smith is my favorite player of all time because a lot of y'all have not seen that.
Oh, you wait. I already threw some
Oh,
jokes
bro,
at
you,
I already threw
no, oh, bro,
threw some jokes at Rashad, so
yeah. So it's fire content. Check out the shorts. It's lit every day. The goal is to have one for every day until the season starts. Every single day until the season starts. Memories for days, bro. Check them out. Go check the shorts out, man. Get the likes up on them joints. Get the views up. It's a great series. I think y'all really gonna enjoy it. I enjoy putting it together. I almost dropped a tear on a couple of these joints. Straight like that. That's how fire the content is. Make sure you check it out.
We got over 100 days. We got over 100 days, bruh. Over 100
Bro, it's some
days.
crazy. Yo, some of these moments.
Yo, and the
crazy.
thing is, like, he told me after we did the episode the other day, and he told me the plan. I was like, all right, here's a bunch you definitely need to
say it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say any.
Because
I'm not gonna say any.
I took your request.
No. That's yeah. No, I just said these are the ones you absolutely. This is what you can do, and I just gave you some, and I got more in the tuck that we got. You know, I've been a Panthers fan since '95, so I've been around, bruh. I've seen it all, the good, the bad, to the point where we got rappers talking about some of my demises. But we got a lot of great memories in Panthers.
And I'm trying.
A lot of you guys haven't seen.
And I'm trying to stay away from the bad. I don't want to. I don't.
No, there won't be any bad. We got more than enough good.
Yeah.
Contrary to Panthers Twitter, we got more than enough good. So we're good. We ain't got to worry about going into the bad. Contrary to Panthers Twitter. So I ain't too worried about it there. You're mute, though. You're mute, bruh. You're mute. I think you're mute on your joint. You must have pressed the button.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't press anything. But hey, make sure y'all check out the short series, bro. Check that joint out. Felix says, when I got stationed in Denver, we weren't allowed to exercise for 2 weeks. So the scores were not surprising. Rashad, I remember the Atlanta game. Oh, I got more of them, bro. Some of these joints is crazy, bro. I went dug in the crates, bro. For real. Dug in the crates. Hey, get in the comments. Make sure you get in the comments of the shorts and tell me your favorite one. Because I'm not gonna watch these. I see all the comments. I'm not gonna be able to remember all these in the chat that's happening right now. Go in the comments, of the shorts. And then I can start to gather some and y'all can help me build it out. But it's fire, bro. It's a fire series. We fired.
So we got another announcement, don't we?
We already did it, didn't we? And I ain't got the thing. I never got the thing.
Are we okay? All right, no worries.
We'll just do it. We'll do it next week.
No worries.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We already said what it was.
We already said it on Saturday, so or was it Friday? What day did we do it? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday, one of them days. So we're joining the Queen City Podcast Network for those that did not hear it. The audio experience of our podcast. Y'all know we a visual podcast, but the audio experience of our podcast is going to be on the Queen City Podcast Network, which is super fire. It's a hyper local network, so there's a lot of Charlotte area content on the network. So yeah, can't wait. And it's
Yeah.
actually the producer of that show, or the owner of the network produces Steve Smith's cut to it. So that's how we got connected. Super fire. Yeah, man. So it's dope.
And the
It's
thing
dope.
is, so now you're gonna consistently get it. You're gonna get the audio format the day after
Yeah,
the live show, which is the
yeah,
beautiful piece of the puzzle.
and you guys always request it, and we will do it for a while, and then we'll fall off. Now that we're on the podcast network, it'll never fall off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queen City Podcast Network, man.
So
Really
it'll
good
be
people over
good.
there.
I think it'll be good. This is the second sports podcast that they have, the first that does football. So this is gonna
Yep.
be great for us because they already have one that does Charlotte FC. So now they're gonna
Yeah,
have one
man.
that does the Carolina
I
Panthers. So this is
I got
dope.
a, I got, and I got a content idea for the Charlotte SC podcast. I haven't reached out to them yet,
Oh
but I got a
yeah,
content idea to link up with them. But yeah, it's gonna be fire, man. It's gonna be fire because I want to learn more about. I want to learn more about. You know what I mean, soccer, or football, whatever y'all want to call it. So I'm gonna link up with them. But it's dope, man. Shout out to the Queen City Podcast Network. But all
absolutely.
right, let's go ahead and shut this thing down, Dave. We getting up out of here, man. We gave y'all a 2 hour show, two
Yep,
hours. So make sure you hit that like button,
absolutely.
subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that stuff. Keep pounding. We will holler at y'all. I might go 0 for 4 tomorrow with Bryce Young. We'll see what happens, Dave. We'll see what happens. I heard he ain't giving out no signatures, bro. None. None.
No sign.
No sign, no
Hashtag
autographs, but
hashtag
it's all
hashtag
good.
no sign.
0 for 3, striking out. But all right, I'm out. Dave's out. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Peace, guys.